Alright, hello everybody. This is Starman, that's JT, and welcome back to Let's Play Fallout New Vegas. I am the Doctor. Well, we're here with a very nice scenic overlook of New Vegas to the west, trying to get to, or actually to the east, trying to get to this Ranger Station, also in the east, which, unfortunately, I want going back to the beer bootlegger's place after getting stuck in the mountain trying to go to the south. And I'm thinking, just looking at the plateau here, that heading east or heading north a bit and doubling back around may be the way to go. Because, yeah, there's a barrier here that's keeping me from getting up on this perfectly sizable ledge. And I just fell through the mountain again. Because they were apparently not expecting anybody to want to try and actually go through this. Because I can see an antenna for a ranger station up there. I can ping what appear to be friendlies upon my radar, and yet the game designers have rubber stubbornly placed a barricade here to keep me from being able to do the usual tricksy mountain climbing, jumping around trick. And yeah, it's just close enough you could touch it here, isn't it? But right now, just south of it. And the irony is, I think if we head much further north, we're going to wind up at Vault 22. And yeah, I think that is Vault 22 right below us. How can I tell? All that greenery. But I don't want to go there just yet. We may not be getting much choice. But you really have to admire the detail that they put into these vistas, creating all these pathways that you can't bloody go through because they put invisible walls so you can't climb onto things. Well, you know what? We're going to go ahead and take what I suspect will be the very, very, very long way around to that ranger station. As you might remember that there had been talk earlier when we met the Super Mutant outside of Black Mountain. And how he said something about there being a town of super mutants that was peaceful.
Oh my. Eat this.
Well, it is a very long and winding road to get to that point, and it winds up taking you up into the mountains. And I think...
Like the fella once said, ain't that a kick in the head?
I think the path to the Firefox station is there. Three hit points. I got that just in the nick of time. And yeah, we have another despoiled caravan here. And again, you'll note that whoever hit this was apparently not interested in loot. And whoever did it was using energy weapons, as evidenced by the pile of ash. Anyway, we follow this road through the long winding path through the mountains, and that will get us eventually to Jacobstown. And I think we can cut to Foxtrot off the road there. If nothing else, we can scale down the mountain. And if I remember, this is actually a fairly peaceful pathway once you get past the Cazadores just off the road. And there's a few more locations along the way to pick up. And And no, I have no idea how you ranch tumbleweeds. I don't really care to know either. Okay, that water is radioactive, so we want to take a wide berth around that. Except this is another one of those invisible wall things. So we can't go any further. And now that I think of it, I only ever went to Jacobstown once before, and all the times I played this. And the road actually branches off a ways. Okay, got something hostile up ahead. Ah, well, it's big horners, so nothing we need to worry about. I don't think.
Good, Ben. I can see why they wanted you in the first recon. Maybe if we get a chance sometime, you can give me some tips.
We can do that.
And yeah, again, I do have to comment on how well Willow is coded to interact with the environment. I wish that the companions in the game did a little bit more of that. Well, the nice thing about being this far west is we don't have to worry about the Legion patrols nearly as much. I may have spoken too soon. Because what the heck was that they were shooting at? Yeah, whatever it was. Okay, so now we're due east of the vault. The Ranger Station is a little bit more southeast of us. But we'll stick to the road for now. giant mantises. We have encountered those before, but it's been a while. And the way they're moving around, I think there's...
Damn it! Well, still a ton of them over there, but we were wanting to head east. And if it turns out that there is a clearly marked path leading from somewhere else, I will be very put out. Because, yeah, there's the radio tower. Yep. Once again, there's a steep hill. And a little valley. But this one, oddly enough, doesn't have any problems with us going to it. That was not a good noise.
Hello. No run-ins with the Great Khans, I hope. They've been more restless than usual.
They're about the only ones I haven't run into out here.
Keeping watch on the Great Khans, mostly. They usually stick around Red Rock Canyon, but at least one large group left recently. We called it in, but haven't heard anything about any Great Khan incidents. Whatever they're doing, they're keeping a low profile. Tough, independent, and as ruthless as they come. They're holed up in Red Rock Canyon, and it's this station's job to keep an eye on them.
Okay, Ranger Station Foxtrot. There's a ranger, there's a ranger, there's a comm officer.
You're here for the money. I told the Emeritus I was good for it. I just need more time.
Actually, I brought you updated radio security codes.
Oh, well, yeah. I can do that. Thanks.
What happened between you and the Emeritus?
I talked to the cashier at Gamora into forwarding me some chips. I was convinced I was due for a hot streak. It didn't go so well. The Omertas were nice and said they'd give me some time to pay them back. They also said if they had to talk to me about my debt again, they wouldn't be nice the next time.
What do you do here?
I operate the radio and call it in if we see any great cons moving out in large groups from Red Rock Canyon. I don't want to talk about it.
If you don't tell me, someone else will. I'd rather hear your version.
We were on patrol near the dam when a Legion raiding party jumped us. Didn't even have time to radio it in. I was hit in the head with a machete and knocked out. Didn't kill me, though some nights I wish it had. When I woke up, my nerve was gone. The rest of my squad was crucified, butchered, mutilated. I don't know how they missed me. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they knew they'd broken me. I gambled and drank a lot after that. Got into trouble, but the Rangers gave me a second chance instead of kicking me out. So here I am.
You were too tough to kill and you'll get payback someday. Pathetic Rangers.
Maybe. But thanks for saying it anyway.
And I got karma for trying to boost her spirits.
Watch out for great cons.
Looks like we booted the Legion out of Nelson. About damn time.
Okay, so...
Ow! Damn it.
we do have this nice little valley leading into the station from the north.
Hello.
And a big wall blocking off any access from the east. So, okay, they did expect you to walk around the entire map to get to this point. I guess it's a clever way of finally getting you to explore this far, but still a gigantic pain in the tuchus. So I think we'll go ahead, and since we've come this far, we will go to Jacobstown. But we won't stop in there, because we do have an urgent mission, and by urgent I mean I've been jerking around trying to get done for 2 whole videos now. But when I sell all the Cazadore stuff, it'll be worth it. And speaking of Cazadores,
I've got your back.
okay, and I am now overburdened with bug parts. Oh yeah, I forgot I have JT carrying around this power armor too. You know what? Give him a camera. You don't mind carrying all this poison, do you, boy? course not. You're a good boy. And we are actually far and away from Jacobstown. Well, fun as it might be to try and climb the mountains and get into Red Rock Canyon, I also don't feel inclined to go after the Great Khans just yet. So yes, as I was saying, if you stay on the road to Jacobstown, this is actually a very nice, peaceful walk. It's only if you try and go to the sides that things get weird. And boom, super mutants and snow.
I hope it will snow later.
Welcome to Jacobstown, human. You're free to walk around. Just don't stare at the Nightkin. They don't like people looking at them. And if you're NCR, keep it to yourself. They're not popular around here.
Yeah, and in case you're wondering, why do some super mutants dislike the NCR?
A lot of bad blood between super mutants and humans. Goes back years. Some here still got the scars and memories. Me? I don't really have a problem with the NCR. Set their sights a little too high sometimes, but they try. Legion? That's another story.
What do you know about the Legion?
Cazadore thinks he can change human nature. Most of the Legion is following Cazadore, not Cazadore's ideals. When he's gone, it'll crumble. Might not happen overnight. Might take a few decades, but it'll happen. Basic human nature. Greed, ambition, jealousy. We'll see to it.
What makes the NCR too ambitious?
They expand. Fast. If you got land they want, they'll take it. Eventually. Did it out west, they'll do it here. They keep rolling over people. They'll regret it. That's how revolutions start.
What can you tell me about the NCR?
Seen them grow from a single town, Shady Sands, into the Republic. They've done good for the most part.
Any dealings with New Vegas?
Not really. Heard it's a paradise in the wasteland. Never been there myself. Doubt they'd let a mutant in. Amazes me people would come from all over the waste to throw away everything they've got in that town.
Let's talk something else. What's wrong with the Nightkin?
Nightkin suffers schizophrenia from the stealth boys they're always using. One of the reasons I settled Jacobstown was so they could be cured. While they're in town, the Nightkin aren't allowed to have stealth boys, so their craziness doesn't get worse. Trouble is, the Nightkin don't like being visible either. They don't take being exposed too well.
Neil told me about this town.
A lot of the mutants here found out about Jacobstown because of Neil. Our isolation works against us sometimes.
Any town rules I need to know?
Same as any civilized town. Don't start any fights or steal anything. We'll treat you fair. Not a lot to ask.
Not really? That's some questions. What's the history?
Was a resort pre-war. I renamed it to Jacobstown after an old friend. Died a long time ago. I figured us mutants needed a place to call our own. Town's far enough away from humans so they don't bother us much. One of these days I'm hoping we can trade with the rest of the wasteland. No more fighting, just get along.
How's the town support itself?
Bighorners. Good eating. And we can trade the hides. Got a lot of wild ones around here, so it's easy to restock the herd.
And what about you?
Was part of a super mutant army. Ran a town, walked the wasteland with the tribal. Now I'm here.
That would, of course, be a reference to chosen one from Fallout 2. And tell me about the tribal.
We were looking for a Gek to save the village of Arroyo. Eventually, we did. Nuked an oil rig in the process. We went separate ways after that. I went east into the Rockies, looking for other mutants like myself. Don't know what happened to my friend. I got a feeling it turned out all right in the end. Long story, so here's the short version. The Master created the Super Mutants and Nightkin. The Master thought he could unify everyone. No more differences, no more war. Didn't end well.
Understatement of the year.
Town was Broken Hills. Bunch of super mutants, humans, and ghouls all living together peacefully. Well, most of the time.
Alright, well, with that done, I think we'll go ahead and close this chapter out. Well, after I move in to actually get Jacobstown on my map, so we can fast travel here. And with that done, we will go ahead and end. And next time, we will try, I swear, to get back to the heavy business of delivering the new radio codes to all the other Ranger stations. See you next time.